Hey everybody, welcome back to this video on an update on my crash. For those of you who haven't seen the earlier video, I'll tag it at the end of this one and you can go back and watch. But just a quick recap, in October of 2024, I was in a horrific accident. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, I can't move. On my motorcycle in a ride to Highlands on one of their expert routes or little offshoots from the main route on the timber trail called Call Your Mama or Call My Mama or Call Mama, something like that. I'll put it up there for you. I was going all of like 10, 15 kilometers an hour, a little bit over walking speed, maybe jogging speed, and I'll get all the details out for you in an upcoming video on the timber trail. For those of you coming back, I crashed, break in all my ribs. I had what's called a flailed chest, where it's multiple ribs are broken in two places and it doesn't breathe in and out properly. I was taken out of the woods by some wonderful EMS people and a firefighter. They got me to Bancroft. From Bancroft, they transferred me to Kingston Hospital. I was just about to be released to try and get into the Toronto system, because it would have been better because I'm from Toronto, better recovery. Fast forward, it's too much. They can watch the video. There's the thumbnail. They're on the right channel and subscribing's right there. And I went into anaphylactic shock. The 13 breaks in my ribs overcame the ability of my body to get it out from my chest cavity. It started to fill up where my lung was. I got infection. My collarbone was snapped. They had to get me healthy enough before I could have the collarbone operated on. Finally, after 4 weeks, I got out of the hospital in Kingston, was discharged, got home, woke up the next morning with a fever going up and up and up and up and up, and just about to phone 911 when we got that under control. And that's where we pick it up today. I was very, very lucky. From there, I ended up with fevers on and off for the next week. And then one day the fever, just like the first day when I got home, went out of control. Tylenol, everything we needed, kept taking them, wouldn't get it under control. 100, 101, 102, 103, I think that's 39 or 40 in centigrade. I should know that, I'm Canadian, but I don't. Anyways, very, very high fever, started to get delirious. My wife phoned 911, they came pick me up, took me to a hospital that's about 5 minutes from our house, Michael Garron. I was there overnight. Overnight, they assessed everything, the cut, the fevers, told me I could take more Tylenol to keep them under control, and that I'd probably be fine. They kind of said, look, you got a little bit more tolerance to take care of that. Give it another half hour, an hour. You're fine now. They've got it all under control. Sent me back home with a bunch more morphine. Good stuff. And that's when I went into my referral. I was in Kingston with a surgeon. He referred me to a colleague of his at Sunnybrook. So I went into Sunnybrook for a checkup and have the 20 staples taken out. The 20 staples they started to take out and the wound started to open up. At the top of the wound, you could actually look in, you could see infection, you could see the silver of the hardware. They immediately admitted me to Sunnybrook Hospital. I guess infection's a real a real fickle thing. It can go really bad and take over your organs, I guess. And you know, some people react within 24 hours. They can be in super bad shape. Anyways, they jumped the queue. First thing in the morning, they operated, they opened it up, they irrigated it, they took all care of it. They didn't have to take the hardware out, they thought, so they didn't. They resutured it with disposable or soluble sutures on the inside, regular sutures on the outside. I ended up at Sunnybrook for a week right before Christmas. I was at Sunnybrook still on Christmas Eve, and here, or pop it up right now, my wife actually picked me up, I think at 12:20 on Christmas morning, and I went home for Christmas. So that was incredible. I really want to shout out to Elizabeth, who kept calling and calling and get the guys to come and get me released on Christmas Eve. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That leads me to 3 specific people. It's in here, 4, 5, 6 people that I've been able to meet online. The 2 EMS people that took care of me did a fabulous job. Andy contacted me with some photos that I can show you right here. They're photos of the other paramedic that took care of me. They swap back and forth. One takes photos, documents, one doesn't, and takes care of the patient. So Jacob was taking care of me. He's the guy who saved my Gore-Tex jacket. Thank you so much, Jacob. And something good came out of that video. Jacob and I think Andy said they took that video and they showed it to all their EMS people because they lose touch after they drop people off. You missed a part. Let me read it for you. The female firefighter with you was a chief. I believe she is an aunt of one of the local EMS in Bancroft. She's wonderful. The side-by-side that carried you out belonged to a local resident. Isn't that amazing? He heard all the commotion of the sirens and decided to turn on his radio scanner and heard what was going on. Thus decided to lend his aid and his vehicle. He's the one with the side-by-side. Definitely had a smoother ride than the alternative options with the fire department. Thank you so much, whoever you are. Wow, some actual good has come from starting an arthritic person's adventure channel. Here's the kicker, though. That makes me so proud. It's not common in EMS that we find out what happened to our patients after they're delivered to the hospital. I think it would be extremely educational to have an updated report from the hospital of what happens to our patients to help us build our skills and understand medical emergencies better. The report could confirm that we know what we know, but also give us massive insight on what we have missed or the root cause of the internal medical problems. With your situation in video, it showed us how internally battered you were, especially with your ribs. Amazing. Thanks, Andy. Makes me feel so good. So thank you again, Jacob. Thank you again, Andy. Thank you again, everybody who took care of me at Sunnybrook, Michael Garron, back in Kingston, before that in Bancroft. This has been quite the ordeal. Today, I'm not quite out of the woods yet, believe it. It's now, what is it, middle of March, and I'm still on antibiotics. I've been off antibiotics for only 2 weeks since October. I've been on a 3-month stint, and we're to the point where at the end of March, we're going to take me off the antibiotics and just see if the infection comes back. There's a very good chance that the infection will come back, that it's hiding in the threads and inside the bone. If that's the case, we're going to have to open this back up and we're going to have to take the hardware back out, provided it's healed enough. I should mention that this whole side of me still feels broken. I'm not allowed to use this arm at this point in time for anything other than typing on the keyboard, setting up lights, doing some videos and things like that. That once again is my last appointment is the end of March. And when I get a chance here, I'd love to tell you, I got to talk to, I'm not going to mention her name because I don't have the okay to talk about her name. I'm sure she'd probably say it's fine. But the woman who took care of me and provided such great mental support, I'm telling you, when you crash and you're in shock and all you want is somebody to hold on to and tell you it's going to be okay. And the chief, I think she's the chief of the fire department. She filled that role and got me out to the ambulance. 6 people? You ever going to mention Barry? Barry, thank you so much. Barry housed my motorcycle for 4 days. He met up with Richard on the trail. He helped Richard get my motorcycle to his garage. My bike spent couple of days overnight in the garage. I think it was 3 or 4 from Saturday through to, I think it was Tuesday, when my brother was able to make it out and bring my buddy Richard and drop him off and then come and see me at the hospital in Kingston. So thank you so much, Barry. We've been in touch a couple of times for everybody, talking on the phone and exchanging texts, and I'm going to get out there and see Barry this summer. There's some video and some pictures here of Jacob and Andy taking care of me. Thank you guys, and that's where I'm at. Hopefully I'll be out of the woods at the end of October, but I'm on the mend. I'm back to going to the gym, just doing some legs. I could only get up to about 15 minutes on the elliptical trainer, but I'm getting there. This probably is going to take a year till I go, I don't think twice about it. I got the weirdest sensation that I had when I had an operation on my feet. I feel like I've got duct tape all the way around to the back, to my spine, again on the back, duct taped over. I guess it's my body swelling, things of that nature. I'm not sure. But there we are. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching the first video. If you didn't see the first video, it's coming up right now, here or down here or down here. The other side is subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you know, I have psoriatic arthritis and I'm really trying to get the channel going so that I can get more exposure and provide some moral support for other people like me, and specifically the youth. That's every day there's kids diagnosed with arthritis. It is not an old person's disease. The more activity you do, the less arthritic symptoms you have. So take the meds, get out there, work out. I don't care if you ride your adventure bike or if you swim at the pool or you walk or whatever you can do. Your arthritis will go down and down and down with eating right, taking the meds, and exercise, exercise, exercise. Thanks very much, everybody. On to more videos shortly. I have the timber lane coming up. One good day. The second day is this crash in October, and I'll be bringing the full video of that crash right from start to finish in that video. So subscribe. Thanks. Bye.